So the last I could find, your last singles match with Steamboat was 4 years before what we're about to watch. It looked like it happened on February 5th, 1985
Mhm,
for a Pro Wrestling USA event in Philadelphia. And then
mhm,
famously, Steamboat's gonna join the WWF a month later in March of '85. He's gonna
mhm.
stay there for 3 years until March of '88. He left after WrestleMania 4, and of course, during that time, boy, he had quite the run with Jake the Snake Roberts
Mhm.
infamously taking that DDT on the floor, the incredible feud and unbelievable match at WrestleMania 3 with Randy Savage.
Yes.
Are you in contact with him while he's working for the opposition? Are you keeping tabs on him through the magazines? What's your relationship like during that era?
I think we talk periodically, but what happens back then in that time frame, your schedules become so conflicting that I would see him on the road. They'd be in Chicago, we'd be in Chicago, or we'd be in Philly, or and he'd be in Washington. But I didn't see him that much. I mean, but I would see him like maybe the 4th of July if we had a day off, or stuff like that, but I did not see him that much over the time period, but obviously I kept up with what he was doing.
Did he
What
open a gym during that time in the Carolinas?
he
Go ahead.
did. He had
Yeah.
a gym over, off Sharon Amity
So did he get in the gym business before or after you?
before.
Okay.
Yep.
And I know that had to be something you were, all about because you guys were just cardio freaks back then, but I'm curious, speaking of great matches, and we're about to watch one of Ricky's best, he still has one of the most talked about WrestleMania matches ever. When did
Yes.
you get to see his WrestleMania 3 match with Randy Savage, and what'd you think of that one?
I never watched it until a year ago.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Um, I thought the match was great, but you have to remember, which it takes nothing away from the match whatsoever, but you could take George Animal Steel, you take Miss Elizabeth, there's a lot going on, there's a lot of activity that
Right.
created a lot of excitement to the match as well. So it takes nothing away from the 2 of them, but there was a lot of outside activity, which brought, I thought, a lot of drama. I didn't watch the show that much back then, but I understood what was going on, and just watch it back. It's a little bit different than the kind of matches I had with them.
How would you compare and contrast your matches with Randy Savage and your matches with Ricky Steamboat? We've heard over the years as fans that Savage was very much a planner, where it feels like you and Steamboat
Yeah.
probably called it all in the ring.
Well, I think their matches were much better. That match they had, I'm sure they had other matches were better than me and Randy. I could never adapt to that laying it out. I I mean, we had decent matches, but nothing like Ricky and Randy had together.
So there's been lots of talk over the years about why Ricky Steamboat left Crockett Promotions and went to work for Vince McMahon.